Hey everyone, I'm Andy Hodges for your Sebastian Daily News. It is 63 degrees right now. We are coming to you live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, as well as Xfinity Channel 1098, Buzz TV. So if you live in Sebastian and you have cable, we're on Xfinity Channel 1098, Buzz TV. Tonight's low is going to be in the 40s. There are a few things going on tonight. Uh, the National Weather Service is calling it an excessive cold impact for tonight. Uh, it will be chilly once again. Temperatures, like I said, near 40 degrees. And we might be seeing some patchy frost developing into daybreak, into tomorrow morning and Thursday. But Thursday is supposed to warm up a bit. 70 degrees um, for Thursday, 52 for the overnight. So the nights are warming up now. And then Friday, of course, is going to be warm, 75 degrees. This is perfect weather. 75 degrees for Friday, 61 for the overnight. And the weekend is looking even better. 79 for the highs and 65 for the night. So we're looking at perfect weather after tonight, all through Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Although, I mean, Thursday's still going to be chilly, but it's not going to be like it has been for the past couple of days. So that's good. Um, uh, let's see. The City Council is meeting tonight at 6 o'clock, and they do have public input for tonight. If you want to know everything that's going on tonight during the meeting, we are going to be broadcasting the meeting live on our Facebook page on Sebastian Daily, and as well as the City of Sebastian. And you can also read about it on SebastianDaily.com. Go to our homepage. You'll see all the news that's going on, and you can read the article that we have up there about tonight's meeting. Okay, now there has been some confusion about this whole thing about former Councilwoman Pamela Parris. Was she arrested? Was there an arrest warrant? Or was there a summons? Well, here's what happened. We found out about a warrant on Monday for Pamela Parris, and we contacted the Indian River County Sheriff's Office just to confirm and verify if there was a warrant. And there was. However, we found out that the attorney, after we published our article, Parris's attorney called us and said there is no warrant for her arrest. It was a mistake. There's actually a summons to appear in court for 2 charges of perjury. These charges are new. However, they stem from the meeting that happened on April 22nd and the investigation from the state attorney's office. So that's what that was. It is a notice to appear in court. So we corrected that article with what the attorney as well. We also spoke with the state attorney as well, and they confirmed that there shouldn't be an arrest warrant, but there is a summons for her to appear in court to answer to these 2 new charges of perjury. Um, Now, so total, everyone's asking, well, what is she facing for this criminal case? She is facing 1 count of violating the Sunshine Law. That's a criminal charge, not a civil, and 3 counts of perjury. Also, former Councilman Damian Gillums is facing 3 counts of violating the Sunshine Law and 1 count of perjury. So far, according to the state attorney's office that we spoke with, the trial is set for January 11th, 2021. That could change depending on what happens between now and January 11th. So that is what happened with that. The Christmas parade. Don't forget about the Christmas parade. It is Friday. We were concerned that, and so was the city, that we might not have enough people, enough businesses participating this year in the Christmas parade. However, we confirmed today through City Manager Paul Carlisle. They have plenty of businesses that are going to be attending to this parade. It begins near Main Street and ends at Riverview Park. So if you plan on parking I would recommend personally to try to park on US 1 and then walk to the parade if you can. That way, when the parade's over, you go back to your car and you leave, and you don't have to, go through the traffic. So it is going to be, there is going to be a lot of people there. The time is 6:30, not 6, but it's 6:30 Friday evening for the Christmas parade in Sebastian. We will have this parade live on our Facebook page. We are talking to a gentleman right now who has a drone, and we are trying to figure out how we're going to do a live feed above the parade as well as from camera view on the street. So we're working on that for the next day or so, and we'll come up with a solution. But we think that a drone above the parade would be a really good angle to do this, and we'll know more about this tomorrow. Now, if you can't go to the parade, or if you don't want to because of COVID-19 concerns, you'll be able to watch it. So we are expecting a lot of people. The city is asking everyone to social distance and at the parade and wear a mask when social distance is not possible. Okay, now there's some stuff that I want to address. As editor for Sebastian Daily, I was reading some comments about our COVID-19 numbers that we published yesterday. We mentioned that 5 to 7 new positive cases are coming out every day in Sebastian. And we did that in the headline to let people know the truth, to let people know that we're not rising or soaring with new cases, just 5 to 7 new positive cases a day. And to us, that's kind of a good news because we know other cities are getting they're getting hammered with new cases, a lot more than that. When we published that, along with all the facts, all the numbers per city, some people wrote some stuff. One guy wrote, Sebastian Daily still selling lies. Well, what kind of lies are we selling here? All we're doing is we're publishing the facts. We're publishing the numbers. We're not trying to sell anything. Someone else said, it's a virus, nothing more. We could argue that, but even though it is a virus, we shouldn't be downplaying this virus. And to me, when you write a comment like that, we're downplaying it. Here's another one. Stop the fear. Okay? We're not trying to put fear in people. We want people to know the facts. We want people to know that there's only 5 to 7 people of new cases a day in Sebastian. That's not a lot. We want people to know the facts. And let me tell you something. As editor, I can't tell you how many times I said one day, we're not going to show the numbers today. Let's put it off till tomorrow and tomorrow. We're not trying to hype up this thing. We have not been broadcasting these numbers every single day, as most of our readers already know, because most of our readers keep begging us to do it every day. But we decided to do it once a week, twice a week. So we're not trying to hype it, and we also are not trying to downplay it. These are the facts. Someone else wrote, so what? 99.97% recovered. Okay. It's a good recovery rate when you're young or middle age, but if you get sick and have it and don't know it and you spread it to someone else that's vulnerable with their immune system, they could die. So even though 99% sounds great, if you were to take the math of that number of our population, that still says that there could be another 400,000 deaths in the United States. So don't use that percentage to play down this thing. That is just wrong. I hear it all the time. Well, it's a 99% success rate. Yeah, but what happened to when you have the long-term effects? My wife and I got COVID-19. Now we're worried about long-term effects. Experts and medical doctors are coming out now and saying with people that have COVID, there might be long-term effects, such as organ damage and stuff like that. This whole virus is new. And we're figuring out, and so are the medical experts, every single day they're figuring out something new. The virus is dangerous because there's no vaccine. People are still dying from this thing. Uh, we shouldn't be playing this down. And when you say, so what? Well, you're basically telling people who are already sick or on a ventilator here in Indian River County in the hospital that might be dying, so what? That is just wrong. All right, here's another one. But how many people were tested per day? It doesn't matter how many people were tested per day. The fact is 5 to 7 people in Sebastian alone are getting this virus. That's the fact. It doesn't matter how many were tested. I'm sure there were a lot of people who were tested. But the fact is, people are still getting this virus. Let's talk about another one. Someone wrote, so tired of this. How many people died in a car accident? How many people died of the flu? Let's move on, please. We are not moving on from this issue because this is an important global pandemic. People forget that we are in a national emergency right now. And listen, you're going to hear the facts from us. Like I said, we're not trying to hype it up. We're just going to give you the facts. But when people are saying that they're so tired of this, do you think that we're not tired of this? Sebastian Daly does about 2 cruises a year. With readers, we all go on a cruise, and I would love to go on a cruise, and I'm tired of this. But let's not play this thing down. I'm sorry if some of you are tired of hearing about it, but we're not going to just rub it in every day like the news media does on television. We are going to tell you the facts every week, at least every week, of what's going on in our area, because that is the most important area. Forget about other states, just our area alone. Someone else wrote, enough already. So let me tell you some facts real quick. When you want to talk about 99% of the people who recovered, let's talk about the people who have died. 1.6 million people have died from COVID-19 around the world. This year, in a matter of months. We're not talking a year, we're talking 9 months. Nearly 300,000 have died in the United States. Almost 20,000 people have died in Florida. And now we've got, everyone's a health expert on Facebook now. Oh, I've done research, that's not true. Those people who died, they're saying it's COVID-19 because the hospitals get paid more. And listen, end it, stop. It's, a lot of stuff on the internet about this thing is, especially independent websites, I question it all. Conspiracies, it's just stop, Until people don't get sick anymore from this thing locally, we have to be concerned. What else here? Listen, another thing about the 99% thing. 1 death from COVID-19 is way too many. That's too many deaths. Unacceptable. It can be preventative with measures like social distancing, masks. We should be doing everything we can right now, and I feel most people are, and that's why we have low numbers. We just need to stop arguing about this and come together as a community, whether you agree with it or not. We're in the global pandemic. There is a national emergency. And listen, another reason why I wrote that article with 5 to 7 new cases, people testing positive per day in Sebastian, is because the outside news media outside of our area said that there was going to be this event, Celebrate Sebastian, was going to be a super spreader. Super spreader, as Sebastian was going to have hundreds and thousands of people who are going to get sick because, God forbid, the city of Sebastian puts on an event to celebrate the city after everything the city's gone through this year. And you know what? There was no super spreader. That's the other thing that we try to do at Sebastian Daily. We try to tell it as it is. If it was a super spreader, we would be saying it, but that's not. It's just not. It's just so, and you'll never hear us do that. Make up stuff about an event being a super spreader, especially when a city is trying to celebrate their city for going through a rough time through the year. We had a political turmoil. We got COVID going on. So I just wanted to mention this stuff to you because we're not trying to hype it and we're not trying to downplay it. We're just giving you the facts and you decide. But when there's comments about 99%, that kind of gets under my skin a little bit because I've had this virus. It's bad. It's bad. I didn't die. Thank you. I didn't die. Thank God. But listen, I'm worried about the long-term effects. What's going to happen long-term with this thing? Nobody knows, and that's what's scary about this. So please, you might think, well, if I get it, and I get over it and go on. Nothing is guaranteed. Try not to get it. It's 10 days of hell that we went through. Try not to get it. Now, while we're talking about this, I got some good news. For the past 2 days, Sebastian's had an average of 3 new cases a day instead of 5 to 7. So the numbers may be dropping again. So that's more good news for the city of Sebastian. Local cases to date since the pandemic, 658 in Sebastian. Roseland, 5, unchanged through November and December. Barefoot Bay, 52, slowing down in Barefoot Bay. Micco, 19, slowing down. Grant is at 70. Fellsmere, slowing down. They're at 526. Wabasso, 9. Vero Beach, 4,052. That's still an area of concern in the South County area. The county cases, 5,590. Deaths, 143. Listen, we're doing really good in our county. And I really believe it's because most people care enough for others and themselves to wear a mask and social distance. We have to do that until this thing's over. Brevard County, they've had 17,545 cases, 463 deaths. So that's what's going on in the news in Sebastian today. For more news and events, just go to sebastiandaily.com and you can read all the latest news on the home page. For the events, just click on the events. You'll see all the events that are going on this weekend as well as the Christmas parade. Listen, please follow these CDC guidelines. You can still live your life and have a great time and still be careful with COVID-19. You just have to protect yourself and help protect others. That's what we have to do. Some people have lost this, like they forgot that we're in a global pandemic, and it's easy to do in Florida because we've opened everything up. Other states, they're still shutting down things. In Florida, everything's open, so it's easy to forget that we've got a danger here. We've got a virus out there that's still contagious. Is it as bad as it was 9 months ago? Not really, because when anyone got it, used to get it, you died. That was it. So now, we just have to be careful. You do not want this virus. Just please follow the CDC guidelines, social distance, and if you can't social distance, then wear a mask. If you have emphysema or COPD or asthma, you may not be able to wear that mask, and people should understand that. Not everyone can wear a mask. And wash them regularly or replace them. Don't wear the same mask. I know people that have been wearing the same mask from their glove compartment since March. So you have to wash these masks or replace them. You wear it once and there's already stuff on the outside of your mask. You don't want to keep breathing that in. So listen, thank you for watching our newscast. I care about everyone, and that's why I'm on my soapbox about this COVID-19. I don't want to see any of people in Sebastian get this virus. I honestly don't, and that's coming from the heart. I'm Andy Hodges coming to you live for Sebastian Daily.